Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a very special video for me. It's been a very reflective time because I'm turning 30. Turning 30 in a few days, or maybe when you're watching this on the 4th of February, which it's a big deal. It's a big deal though. So I've been like in a very reflective mood because you're living your 20s, you want to do the 30s better. And I thought, let me share 30 things I know for sure. And this may be helpful to someone, but I think it might be also helpful for myself as a way to reflect what life has been the last 30 years. I can't believe I've been alive for 30 years. Like, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to live this far and to achieve some of the things I've achieved. But it's also a moment that I can find myself beating up myself for not achieving some things I wanted. So this is just a video to say what I know for sure, what I've learned for sure, and probably I personally am still learning and embracing some of the things that I'm gonna share. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So let's get right into it. 30 things I know for sure at 30. Number one, which is a point I am also beating myself about, and it's okay. You don't have to have it figured out by a certain time. It's okay. There's no deadline, there's no time limit. You will have to figure it out when you figure it out. Stop stressing yourself. Number two, you don't have to be boxed. This is from someone who has studied law, trained as an advocate, went to work as in a law firm, didn't love the job, felt horrible, felt like I was a creative, and I felt like I was not allowed to say, hey, I like this and this, I like music. I had been teaching music throughout. I've come to a place where I tell someone I'm an advocate, but I'm also a music teacher, but I'm also a vlogger, but I'm also a content creator. It's okay. You don't have to be boxed. Embrace everything that you are. Number three, which I personally believe in, live your purpose. Live your purpose. Whatever career you're in, ensuring that it's serving a greater purpose in you. I don't think it's all about the money. You can have money and be miserable, but it has to give you some form of satisfaction. We as human beings are just craving for some satisfaction. So you really have to live your purpose in whatever field you are, whatever you're doing. Make sure that it's serving your purpose deeply. That way you enrich yourself. Number four, don't wallow in regrets. There's no need to belabor on what could have been. Focus on what have you learned and move forward. That's very important. The next lesson is happiness is very relative. It's very relative. Are you happy? If I ask you now, and if I ask you why, it's not the same answer that person B will tell me. I'm happy because I feel like I have achieved this and this. Happiness is relative. So find your happiness, find your joy, and it's okay. Don't compare it with someone just because someone is earning 7 figures, now they're happy. That could mean 0 to someone who's actually earning less, but loving exactly what they're doing and loving the process. So happiness is very relative. The next point, in a world where everyone is just trying to look perfect, be yourself. Embrace yourself and love yourself. I say this because there's a lot of pressure. Like, for example, I don't like reading, and it's very hard for me to admit that I don't like books. Doesn't mean I don't read books, but I'm not that person you'll come online just saying, oh my God, I'm on my 3rd book, I'm on my 10th book. I'm not that person. And I'm learning it's okay not to be that person. So just be yourself, embrace yourself. Reading is good. Find other ways. You can do an audiobook. You do not have to align yourself with what the world is doing. Be yourself, the world will adjust. The other point is forgive yourself. You need to let go of mistakes that you feel have pulled you back so that you can be able to move forward. Forgive yourself, no matter how hard it is. Find grace within yourself and forgive yourself and accept the mistakes you've done and just move on. Sometimes that's just life, by the way. Everyone will wrong. You'll also wrong yourself and you'll feel so bad about it. move on. Go for therapy. Go for therapy. Just because somebody is going for therapy doesn't mean they're very, very messed up. Therapy will just give you perspective. You don't like your therapist, change your therapist. Go, like, there are friends who are like your therapist. Talk to them. Tell them, I want a therapy session with you. Just go for therapy. Be open-minded about it. You will learn so much about you more than any other thing in the world. The next point, and this is to do with finances, save. I'm learning that at 30, by the way, that it's important to save and cushion yourself for bad days. And the next point after that, invest. I'm learning so much, especially through Money Mondays. I'm just learning the value of investing, that there's more gratification. I think that's the word. In the later, me, I'm those people who love to live in the present. I'm like, YOLO. There's money, treat yourself. You've worked hard, you've suffered, you deserve it. No, baby girl, invest in yourself. Your future will thank you. When it comes to finances, imagine it's not too late to start. It's not too late. If you're starting to save at 30, it's not too late. If you're starting to save at 40, it's not too late. The thing is, are you doing what you need to do? It's not too late to actually get into healthier financial habits. And that's something personally I am experiencing this year as a goal, and I'm telling myself it's not too late. My next point, and this is related to marriage, marry your friend. Marriage is already hard. Can you imagine it being with someone who you're not comfortable with? You're a stranger to, and you're going to go through the most petty of arguments. Just marry your friend. Makes work easier when it gets tough. Another thing when it comes to marriage, travel together, especially when you have issues. A new environment opens up new possibilities, new feelings, new emotions. I think this I learned in my first year as parents. Traveling together and experiencing life in a new environment helps you to solve things even in a much calm environment. So if you're at a deadlock, try a new environment. On life generally, make sure you invest in traveling. I think that's one thing I haven't done so much, and I'm going to be more intentional in my 30s. Invest in traveling. I don't think it's ever a waste of money. The experiences you get, those are something you cannot quantify with money. So travel, invest in travel, and be very intentional about it. When it comes to family, be very intentional. Be very intentional with your family, with your sisters, with your parents. Be very intentional about calling them, because I have learned that life is so fickle. It's not a guarantee. So treasure every single moment that you have with your family and be very intentional and present. When it comes to motherhood, I have learned that it's hard, but I strongly believe that it's a blessing. This is coming from someone who's had a miscarriage before. Motherhood is a blessing, and no matter how hard it is, grace will always be sufficient for you in that season. When it comes to friendship, everyone is going through something. It's not always about you. So learn to give to your friendships, learn to pour out, learn to give time, learn to invest in your friendships without making it all about you. Everyone is going through something. Boundaries are very important for healthy friendships. For sure, you need to set boundaries. You need to respect each other as friends. Even in whatever relationships, even family, boundaries equals healthy relationships. That's a fact. Most of my friendships have thrived because we have boundaries. We're not in each other's space. So boundaries, guys. Boundaries. Extend some grace to your friends to make mistakes and to forgive them. This thing of being so quick about cutting off people, it's not healthy. You're going to be 30, oh no, you're going to be 40 or 50 with zero friends, and your kids wonder, Mommy, you don't have friends, then why should I make friends and everything? Please extend your friends grace. Tell them, here, you've wronged me, instead of just cutting them off without any time to explain themselves. And if it's a healthy relationship, you can come back together and be friends even better. There is power in women friendships. I think there is a lot of spewing that women are their own enemies, but there's a lot of power in women friendships than we even ever know, more than romantic relationships. There's a lot of power. Just align yourself with the right people, get good friends that share your vision, share your thoughts. You have to align yourself. You can't say everyone is toxic around you. You attract what you are at the end of the day. So I would say that I have learned that women friendships are very powerful and underestimated completely. I have also learned that you have to embrace each other's seasons as friends for you to last. This is tied to a point in motherhood. For example, I'm a mom, and I find that in the first months of motherhood, where it was so rough, my friends used to come to my house more than I would go to our meeting areas. So you have to also embrace each other's seasons and be very understanding. Be understanding when your friend is a new mom. Make time to see them. Not all about you at, she doesn't text me. Text them. That season is harder. They will come back to themselves, and then the equation will balance itself and it will reverse. And just try as much as possible as to embrace your friends' journeys, and also to walk with them in those journeys, rather than just assuming that it's all about you. It's not. To grow in business, you need to outsource. And it's very necessary, especially for people who love control, like me. When you believe, like, I'm the one who knows how to do this best, actually, you won't grow. You won't grow. You have to outsource sometimes for your business to expand. You have to get experts. You have to hire. And it's okay. Like, I'm learning it's okay to let go of that control so that I can be able to grow. And I've seen that with my YouTube channel. Since I started working with my awesome videographer, I have grown. I will tag her page here for whoever is interested, but you really need, at some point in your business, you really need to outsource in order to grow. The other lesson that I have learned in marriage, it's funny, but I think it's very important for me. Take care of your wife, she'll take care of you. Men, if you're listening, take care of your wife. Like, love her. Aki mapenzi wewe, love her. And then she'll take care of you. Like, it flows easily once a woman feels so loved and taken care of, like secure and everything in the relationship. This is just general marriage advice. I remember even our best man told my husband, take care of her, she'll take care of you. Whatever effort you're putting is whatever effort you get. It's just a lesson I'm learning in my experience. Another lesson that is very important, whatever you do, me time is essential. It is necessary. You need time for yourself. There are people who are honestly afraid of spending time with themselves because they don't want to deal with their issues. Me time is key. You get to deal with your emotions. You get to love your own company. Deal with yourself. And then you cannot also pour from an empty cup. You need to feel like you're full. You need to feel like you're happy. You need to feel like you're at peace so that you can radiate that energy to everyone around you. So me time is essential. In fact, this year, top on my list, I have to travel alone. I have to visit places alone. I have to have new experiences alone because I'm very intentional about filling my cup. So don't neglect yourself. Hey guys, so guess what? We were editing and then we realized I skipped 5 points. So I'm just gonna insert this video and hope that you flow with it. So the next thing that I have learned is shoot your shot. Imagine you 100% miss the opportunities that you don't take. You 100% miss the chances that you don't take. Most of the time we are so consumed with fear of, oh, what if they say no? Imagine what if they say no? No, just no. That's what's scary. I started this year really bold by approaching a client I wanted to work with, and I told them this is my idea, nini, and shock on me. They said, wow, we love it. We are up for it. And I was like, wow. If you don't shoot your shot, no one is gonna shoot it for you. So just go for it. Shoot your shot. The worst thing is they'll say no. As a woman, especially, you deserve to be in those spaces that you dream of. Most of the time as women, we feel like, no, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm too much. You deserve to be in those spaces that you have dreamt of. You deserve to be in those rooms that you dream of. You have to start by feeling like you believe yourself, and you deserve that pay rise. You deserve that promotion. You 100% deserve it, by the way. And you have to believe in yourself enough to shoot those shots. You see the way it's tied? It has to flow from within. You have to really believe in yourself and believe that you deserve things so that you can go for them and work for them. There's room for everyone. Imagine there's room for everyone to grow. There's room for everyone in spaces where people say, there are too many. Imagine there are too many advocates. But I don't know, especially for content creation, why people say, there are too many influencers. Oh, there are too many this. There is room for everyone. If you want to do that thing, do it. There's room for you because there's no one like you. So there's room for you. I'm here to remind you, whatever you want to do, whatever you have put your mind that this is what you want to do, you feel it in your heart, do it. There's room for you and there's no one like you. You need to go the extra mile. Sometimes what is demanded of you is just so little, then you get paid. But I have found value in going the extra mile. I had a repeat client work with me just because I did extra, and it might cost you more, but sometimes looking into the future, going the extra mile will earn you more in the future. So in whatever you do, other than giving it your best, go the extra mile and do it like no one else, because there's value in that, if not in the present, in the future. The other thing that I have learned is to be very intentional with where I spend my time and with who I spend my time. I'm quite a choosy person, and even as I'm trying to make friends, I'm still very intentional with where I spend my time and with who. Let me read you a quote from this book. It's The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. I got it from Textbook Center. Just about where you spend your time. Where is that? It makes sense that Scandinavia should be famous for furniture design, since people in a cold climate spend more time inside their homes. Similarly, Italy is known for designer apparel. It makes sense that people in a warmer climate should pay more attention to how they appear outdoors. So where you live shapes you. Do you live in a place conducive to the pursuit of your dreams? And I tie this to not only where you live or where you spend your time, but also who you spend your time with, because those people have immense power to shape how you proceed in life and what you believe in life. So be very intentional about who and where you spend a lot of your time with. Do it scared. You need to do it. You just need to do it. Everyone, even Michelle Obama says she has imposter syndrome, even Viola Davis. Imagine. And these are great women I look up to. Do it scared, but do it anyway. You have to. Like the videos that I really didn't think would do well when we were editing, and once we were done, I was like, will I post? Will I post? How will people react? Will people relate? Those are the videos with most views. Like even the nannies videos, I was like, no one will relate with this. But most women actually related with that. So my point is, do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's better to do it than to live in regrets. Do it with God. I find that when you walk with God, your journey is less burdening. It's less heavy on you. You have someone to talk to. I personally am a believer, so this is for believers. Like, do it with God. However small your dream is, tell him. You may say, sometimes I'm just walking, I'm like, by the God, me Aki, this year I want to do this and this. By the God, I really want to do this and this. Like, talk to God. He's your person. Like, do it with God. It will feel less heavy. I went to church, and one thing that I remember that stood out is when the preacher said the true mark of a Muslim is on here, the forehead. Like, they will pray, they will go all the way down and touch the floor. The true mark is here. And he said, and vice versa, the true mark of a Christian is on their knees. And from that time, I was trying to I was very intentional that during prayer I kneel instead of just lying in my bed. And it became a very intimate time with God, and I really, really love it. I actually look forward to it, where you just say what you're going through. You will barely doze off when you're on your knees. Yeah, so whatever you do it with God. And I wish you all the best. If you have learned anything in this video, please let me know in the comment section. I would be really curious to know which point struck you the most. Yeah, happy birthday to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And remember to subscribe and join the family. Bye-bye.